Kevin De Bruyne was my first option, but then
why did you?
But then I didn't know if he actually did break the record. It was either Giggs or him. Or
It was 20 assists in 2019 to 20 season, tied with Terry Henry. But the answer I was looking for was
See, look at this. Look at this. Ready,
You know what I will
go
say?
board.
I'll shake your hand for that.
We get equal points.
Equal
points. 1-1.
No.
Welcome back, guys, to episode 9 of the Total Football Talk Show. My name is Ali. I'm here with Nejat and our dear friend Ronaldinho to host this episode for you guys.
Well, Val is here. Oh wait, he's actually not. So
Where's Val?
Val is sick, unfortunately. So he won't be in the show today. So it's just me and you and Dino. Val will be in spirit.
Yeah. Well, we hope you get better soon, Val. We'll see you next week. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
A lot to discuss this week with the Champions League, obviously Chelsea winning the Conference League.
I'm not wearing it for no reason.
Look, two London clubs, Tottenham,
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Where's Arsenal?
4 miles away from the trophy.
Let me go buy their bottles.
Um,
But yeah, no, they the Conference League. Now we were just talking with Valka just earlier about it. It doesn't. How do we say? Like, people don't care now because Chelsea won it. Like, we won it all now. Okay, we've won it all, everything. Okay, all the European trophies.
Yeah.
But because Chelsea won it, they just go to comp is dead in the water, or a Mickey Mouse comp that people call it. So if it was a bottom tier team that won it, or a mid tier team, they would say congratulations to them. And so,
but here's the thing, right? So we get a lot of hate
of course,
at Chelsea.
everyone hates us.
You're not a big club, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
that. So
you spend so much money.
we're a big club when we win trophies,
Yeah.
and we shouldn't be winning those trophies because we're a big club.
Well, no, we win
Because the
trophies.
Conference League-
No, we win trophies,
No,
and then we're not a big club still.
no. But they make that argument
Mm.
on, like, for example, Conference League. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you won the Conference League. Oh, it's not a big trophy. But we're
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
against those shitty teams.
Yeah.
That insinuates that we're a big club.
But yeah, but
But then they say we're not.
no, because you know what they say. They go, in order to play in the Conference League, you meant to have a bad season in the last season. That's what it means.
We did.
And we did. That's what I'm saying. We did.
We had a very horrible first half.
But we
of the
did it on
season.
purpose, apparently. No, but look, the game in general, let's just talk about the game in general, okay? So I was watching it. We were 1-0 down, which was shocking. But to be fair, Maresca did mistakes in a sense that he should have never played Badiashile. Guy hasn't played in weeks or months. And then he plays Gusto, who's, don't get me wrong, he's a good right back, but he's a right back.
He's a fullback.
Yeah, he's a fullback. He's not a inverted fullback. Okay, so he was going into that position and he was getting killed pretty much. He was just getting hammered. And then for him to play Madueke and Neto was wrong in the first place. Jackson, I'm fine with.
Yeah.
But Madueke and Neto did nothing that whole game. Gusto didn't do nothing. Badiashile just got yellow carded. And it was, I don't know, I wouldn't say he wasn't causing problems, but you changed your whole back line besides Cucurella.
It changes the balance.
Okay, it changes
the
yeah.
balance. You've been playing, this comp for how many months now? You've been approaching every game in a similar way. You have that solid team that you've built through the comp, only to change it in the final. I think sometimes coaches make those decisions and it backfires.
Yeah, well, that's what Guardiola does. He overthinks it. So, and then it backfires. So you could say Maresca was learning from Guardiola because he was in his partnered with him when he was at City. But as soon as it hit second half, he put Reece James on. Got Gusto. Good, fine. I was like, hectic. He did managerial tactics, and he saw what was going on, and he straight away did the changes. Some coaches wait till the 70th minute, and then it's too little, too late. Yeah. We've seen it how many times. Frank Lampard was like that. He did late subs, and he was the worst subs ever. And then he got rid of Gusto, and then he got rid of Badiashile, put Colwill back on. Defense was secure from there, and the midfield was structured properly because James can play that inverted position. And then eventually he took off Neto and Madueke, and he put Sancho and who the hell was the other bloke? Why am I going, man? I forgot who the other one was. It was Sancho and someone else. I can't remember who it was. I don't know why I'm going mind blank, but he subbed them off. I don't know. I actually think Madueke stayed for a bit, and then
Madueke stayed.
Yeah, he stayed, and then Dewsbury Hall came,
and then in the
Dewsbury Hall came later on.
the end of the game.
Yeah, but Madueke, I don't know why he's done this, because a lot of, I don't know if you've heard about this. They are playing the wingers that are preferred for on their, like where they're meant to be on, like not they're meant to be, where they don't cut inside. I don't know what they call that terminology, but so if you're left, right foot is right mid, yeah. So they're starting to do that. They're bringing that back, structure back. And when you see Madueke do it, the guy barely crosses the ball in, let alone Neto, and they can't cut.
Goes for the shot.
Yeah, and then he can't cut because he has no right foot. So he can't cut.
No left foot, yeah.
Yeah, but he was on the left side, so he can't cut.
I'm saying for Madueke.
Yeah, Madueke is left-footed.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I'm saying. So, it's just, he wasn't doing anything. And then I'm telling you, I was watching the whole game, and when he hit 41st minute, Madueke decided to switch sides with Neto. I was like, wait, are you serious? Now you want to do it? But as soon as Sancho came in, changed the game. As soon as he made those subs, changed the game completely. And then we just dominated afterwards. And Enzo got the header first. And then lucky went in.
Turn and cross.
Yeah, it was. And then Palmer popped off, and they were saying he wasn't, he doesn't show up in big games, apparently.
Well, it's a Mickey Mouse trophy.
Yeah, that's true.
Real Betis, who they just signed like this Anthony guy from United, so they must not be a big club.
You know what's the funny thing?
Playing so damn well.
Yeah, but you know what's the funny thing? Look, that whole game, Isco was amazing, and you could see the quality in him.
Isco's right.
You could see how he was from Real Madrid, like why he was at Real Madrid because of his quality. You could see it. Then I look at Anthony, and I'm just like, is this Man United Anthony? What happened to him? Like he didn't do nothing that whole game, nothing. Like, think of it. Like, what did he do? He had one shot. That's it.
Yeah.
He barely got the ball, be in mind. I'm telling you, he barely touched that ball. He'll get it, and his highlight of that game was going into a punch onto, who was it? It was Chalobah or someone. It was just going to go into a punch on. Like, that's all it was. I'm just like, he didn't do nothing. It was the old Man United Anthony came back. I think when he versus Premier League teams, he changes. I don't know what happens. He fixes back in the Premier League.
Because United lost that game, he transferred some of that bad luck to Anthony, and
No. If I was in that position where he is now, and I saw that, I will be like, suck shit, because obviously he didn't get the respect he deserved. But I would have turned around. I'll play harder. I'll play better. Apparently, he complained about the field. He was saying it was too deep. Like, you know how sometimes when you play in these Sunday league fields, your feet sink in.
Okay.
Apparently, he complained about that.
So it's like a soft pitch with like high grass. That's very hard.
It's annoying to play in. I know, because when I play on it, I can't sprint. Like my feet drag back.
Yeah.
And
also, the ball doesn't move. There's
that too as well. But we won it, and we won it all. So no one can't say anything. Arsenal fans.
Up the Blues.
Exactly, up the Blues. Obviously, you're not wearing it, but I am.
Up the Blues and up the Blues for New South Wales beating Queensland as well. Shout out to the other Blues.
We were at training, and you weren't there obviously, but we were doing fitness and we we're doing beep tests and all this stuff. We're doing a fitness session, and we were doing like relays of like certain, like it was like a F45 style training.
Yeah.
And James and Luke were just watching State of Origin while we are there dying and doing the drills, and just watching it, and they were like, what's the score? And we're doing the drill. Oh, that was tiring, but yeah, look, bringing into more Chelsea news, we signed Liam Delap, which is a very good signing. Well, no, I wouldn't say very good signing. We have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I did call it. I did say that to my brother actually on Thursday. I said, and there was there was communication between clubs about Liam Delap, but I said to my brother, I go, by end of this week or next week, we're signing Liam Delap. He goes, no. He goes, we should go for Victor Gyokeres. I go, no. I'm telling you, we're going to sign him. What happened?
Yeah.
This was pretty much yesterday, which is at this time is Saturday right now. So yesterday he signed, he got the here we go. Well, you didn't say he signed, but we got the confirmation from Fabrizio. Yeah. And
here's the funny thing. A lot of, you hear a lot of talk on the market, right? Arsenal's going to sign this guy. This guy's in talks with this club. You know, United were in talks with Liam Delap. Apparently, it was a done deal.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was a done deal. It's a done deal with Cunha as well, and with Gyökeres.
Well, Cunha is confirmed.
I know, but I'm saying like there's all this talk that happens, and what you see is, oh, that's it. It's done. Like Liam Delap, he's in talks with United. They've sat down, had a chat, they've agreed on terms.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he signed with Chelsea.
And I
don't blame him, right? Obviously, a club that's struggling with finances.
Yeah, Radcliffe doesn't want to play.
But there's talk of, obviously they've got Cunha. There's talk of Gyökeres.
Yeah.
And Arsenal are looking for a striker as well in the market. They're looking at Gyökeres. They're looking at
everyone's looking at him, to be fair.
Well, he's killing it.
Well,
he killed it.
He's
killing it. But
2 seasons in a row. 2 seasons in a row.
The only thing is, are you going to go to a team that doesn't have creativity in the midfield, Man United?
Yeah.
Or are you going to go to a team that
has creativity but bubble jobs?
Plays a different style of football.
You never know.
They might change.
Yeah.
They might sign a midfielder. I think they need to sign a midfielder.
Well, the way I see with Arsenal is the way they play. Yeah, okay. The way they're playing right now is the Arteta way. You could say Arteta ball. They play their style of football. But as soon as they get a clinical striker, Arteta has to change. He has to change his philosophy to match that striker. If he doesn't, then that team will not work.
Yeah, okay? Why do you need a striker? I mean,
Guardiola did the same. Guardiola had a team where he didn't need a striker, and he won it. He put Gundogan up 10 as a 9, false 9.
Remember when they had Gabriel Jesus?
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. But
they were passing the ball in.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. So they through, like they did it their way. But as soon as Haaland came, he changed it to his style. He built the team around Haaland, and bang, they won the league, and he got 36 goals.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. So, it has to be like that. But my concern is for Chelsea is that, okay, we got Liam Delap. He's a young upcoming striker, but that's it. He's a young upcoming striker. We need to get someone who has experience.
And that's the thing that we've lacked up front.
Exactly.
I think we had this conversation about Chelsea's strikers in the past. We had Eto'o for a short time.
Yeah.
You could say Giroud. I'd
Falcao.
never really rated him. Falcao.
No, Giroud was just a 9. That's how I saw it. He was just there to fill that spot. And he did well, in my opinion.
Even we had Fernando Torres. Shout out to Barcelona allowing us to win that game in the Champions League.
Allowing us? No, we just won it. They didn't allow nothing. We won it.
But we haven't really had a striker.
Diego Costa.
since Diego Costa, since Drogba, that really stood out and stood up and won us games.
I would say there is one, but then he became a snake.
Tell me.
Lukaku.
Yeah, but
Lukaku with Tuchel in the first couple of weeks. No. I've always hated him.
I hate him.
I've always hated him. But
I wouldn't.
No, but think of it this way, because of the physical.
He's downgraded himself to me. He's like I'd rather have Tammy Abraham.
Nah, Tammy Abraham.
Give me Tammy back.
Nah,
I don't care.
Tammy scored goals, but he was so weak on the ball.
I don't mind.
Morata, weak on the ball. We needed
Forget Morata.
Our style was always been a physical striker, and Lukaku was that. But then Lukaku decided to say, I want to go back to Inter, but he went back to Napoli. It makes no sense there too. So he won the Scudetto now, which is more funny because he won it with the team he didn't want to win it with. He won it with Inter. Instead of winning it with Inter, he did win it with Inter, but he won it with Napoli now, which is funny. But look, I hope, and I know the talks are still on, and it is confirmed that these talks are happening.
Yeah.
That Chelsea are trying to get Victor Gyökeres as well, and his buyout clause, his release clause, is not much. It's 65 million. For some people, okay, for us that's a lot, but for them, for Chelsea,
65 million is spare change.
It's a bargain.
We went and signed all these players.
Well,
I've got 60, 70k.
Yeah, but Liam Delap, 30 million. That's a bargain. That's the reason why I say it's a good signing. But you need to have him, and you need to have Victor Gyökeres. If we play 2 strikers, I'm happy. I don't care. I'll play 2 strikers. Okay, but Jackson will be loaned out, and Nkunku will go.
Nkunku, I think he's done.
Because he's going. But Victor Gyökeres, we need him, literally need him, because he's got everything we need.
He's got all the qualities that we're looking for in a striker.
Exactly, and we have the quality behind it as well. Or you could say per se. But
what I see with what Bowley's been doing, we're signing a lot of young players. a lot of players who still need time to develop. I see where he's going with it. He's trying to build a young squad.
Yeah.
And he's trying to build. Honestly, I've been saying like a squad for every competition.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the FA Cup. We had a team that maybe only 1 or 2 players actually played in the Prem. And then in the Prem, we had a team that was playing different to the Conference League.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
We had different squads.
We had different squads.
Yeah.
Obviously, in terms of player fitness, fatigue, you're saving your players. You're playing crucial players in crucial games.
Cole Palmer didn't play until the finals, like when he came to the quarters.
And then you got to play like Tariq George, who actually didn't play.
Yeah.
In the final, who was killing it. Which again doesn't make sense. But
yeah.
Do you see value in buying all these young players?
Honestly,
for the future, obviously it could hurt us because you're lacking experience.
Yeah.
But is it better than going and buying an established team or players that are of experience, older players?
I would say like this: if you're Chelsea, you want to win every time, every year. You're meant to be competing. You're meant to be winning every time. Like that's how it works with Chelsea. And fans know that we are always competing. We should be always competing.
Used to work.
Yeah, that's how it used to work. That's how we all used to it. I get the idea of building, but you have to understand, you can't just buy a bunch of youngsters and then play the game. You need to have the experience in there. So you need to mix it together. It has to be intermediate in both ends. Okay? It's like
we had Thiago Silva. I think that was beautiful.
Exactly. Thiago Silva was perfect for us. And I wish he was still there in a sense. Okay? Because he will build those players up. You need to have, like, if we had Casemiro in Chelsea, that would be good experience for some of the players.
I think as well having Casemiro would have been a different game for him, like personally as a footballer as well. He went to United and
but that's what I'm saying. You need those big players to be in certain locations to be a role model for these youngsters. So buying youngsters, yeah, great, buy them, put their contracts up, whatever, give them 7-year contracts, whatever. But you need to still buy players that are experienced. So Victor Gyökeres, I'm not sure his age, but I think he's like 24. He's young.
He's very young.
He's young, but I feel like he's already matured enough. Like how we have Mbappe, that's already matured. We have Lamine Yamal, he's still a kid, but give him a few more years, he's gonna be more matured and more better. You know, like there's all these players that already hit their maturity, so they don't need to be role modeled. You know, but we have a lot of youngsters. If we look at our team, the only person that I could say is a role model in that Chelsea squad is Reece James. Okay. Enzo. Casado is unbelievable this season.
Casado,
he was our best player this season.
One of the best players.
Okay. Cole Palmer is Cole Palmer. Okay. And then everything else, if I look at it, Trevor has got he's got more of the experience. Cucurella, I would say Cucurella because the guy's a Euro winner. But everyone else is still young and learning. Colwell's getting to that point where he could be a leader, but everyone else is still young. Neto and Madueke, Jackson is hopeless, in my opinion. I never rated him.
Look, he's got good qualities. Yeah, he's quick.
To a degree.
He's quick.
Yeah.
He's strong.
Yeah.
He can dribble.
Mm.
Can't finish. He just can't finish. He just can't finish.
Yeah.
And I think what we need to look at is look at the players that we've let go in the past that have become superstars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, but those are back in the that's really past if you look back past.
But do you want to take that risk? I mean, look, Tammy Abraham left Chelsea and was scoring goals week in, week out.
Yeah, but look,
I know he didn't become the player that.
No.
You know, but
Tomori is the same. I didn't want Tomori to go, but then he went and look, he's doing okay. He's doing okay. Look, they're at AC Milan. Even Pulisic, he's doing okay as well. But they're not the quality.
Do you give him a chance though? Do you give him a chance and be like, look, you've put us in positions, you've created opportunities for us. Unlike, look, you look at a player like Timo Werner.
Yeah. Timo Werner, honestly, for me, was the one player I didn't want them to go. Even though how much shit he missed, and I think it was a season or two, he missed a lot of chances. But the guy has got pace, he's got quickness. Like, he will score goals eventually. Just give him time. But they didn't give him time.
But that's the same for Jackson. Jackson, I think, puts us in much better positions. I haven't seen, aside from Costa, Drogba, Eto'o, you could argue Giroud, the player who literally like goes in and I don't want to say Lukaku, but like tries to manhandle the defender.
Yeah, but Jackson has this tendency of doing dumb mistakes. like how he got red
Let
carded.
him
You know what I
develop.
mean?
Yeah, I know. That
Yeah,
was
I
so-
know. You know,
But
but
you let him develop. I think he's on the right track
mm,
because he has all the other qualities.
yeah,
We just need him to finish.
yeah. But we'll see how that goes, especially when Liam Delap comes in because he's a physical player. He's quick as well. He could dribble and he can finish. So we'll see how he goes. But
Yeah.
let alone if we get Victor Gyökeres, I'm gonna love the life
Yeah.
of watching Chelsea next season. But other transfer news, obviously now
Trent
Arnold.
confirmed.
Yeah, so they're paying
um,
10 million Real Madrid to make him play for the Club World Cup, which we're going to
Yeah.
talk about later on today.
They're also paying his June and his July wages.
Yeah, there you go. So that's good.
That's what sort of pushed that
The agreement,
the agreement through on a free transfer.
yeah. which is good to see. It'll be nice to see how, and I think Xabi Alonso will be in charge.
Xabi Alonso is in charge.
Yeah, so he'll be in charge, and it will be nice to see what Xabi does, but also to see how Trent is with
Yeah.
Bellingham and all that group.
The other thing
Um,
is Liverpool went and replaced him with Frimpong.
Yeah, and it's a good signing. It's a good replacement. It's a very good. I actually rated that move. It was I couldn't. I was actually annoyed because I was like, far out. They replaced him straight away for a good right back. That's
A
performing.
very good right back.
You know, like I was like, far out. And then they're trying to get Wirtz still. I think they just submitted their 100 million bid or something like that
Yeah.
today.
Klopp said something about it too. A
Yeah.
couple days ago.
Well, apparently Liverpool's trying to get. I think it's Liverpool. I think it is Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool's trying to get Klopp's assistant manager. Apparently,
Really?
I think it was Liverpool or Real Madrid. One of them is getting the assistant manager for Jurgen Klopp's. I think it's for Liverpool.
That would be very big for Liverpool,
It'll be very big for them.
especially if you look at the relationship between Arne Slot and
Yeah,
Jurgen Klopp. They have
exactly.
a very good relationship, and they've shown it.
Yeah,
Obviously with the transition from Klopp to Arne Slot.
yeah, because he had
when
an
they
established team. He
Yeah.
had an established team and was just ready for it.
So I think if the assistant coach was to go
Mm.
to Liverpool, it would be very huge.
It'll be a very good advantage.
They still, I think, in my opinion, they do need a couple signings.
Well, Wirtz and what's his name? Frimpong. But apparently they're trying to get Reinders from AC
Yeah.
Milan. Now that's a good one too. But when I look at Liverpool, here we go again with the Liverpool. When I look at Liverpool's team as a whole, midfield wise they're fine. Maybe one or two signings.
I think they need one very solid
Their
midfielder.
attack wise, if Wirtz is there, that's great. Darwin Nunez look like he might be leaving as well.
Yeah.
And he might be going, I think, Saudi or somewhere. But it's the defensive line. Like if Konate is out, you got Konasa, I think his name is, or Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Like I feel like they just need someone to fill that gap next to Van Dijk. And as well,
Yeah.
you need to find a replacement. And if I was them right now, I'll be finding someone that can actually take over Van Dijk's position. Because
Yeah.
Van Dijk, he might be still performing now, but he's getting older.
Yeah.
So who knows how long he's going to be.
This is a question.
Mm.
So you said a player that can step up and step into that starting lineup when they do have an injury. Konate isn't playing.
Mm.
You're looking at a player who is high caliber, high quality player.
Mm. Yeah.
Why would a player of that level want to sit on the bench?
No, it's not about sitting on the bench. So think of it this way, yeah. If you have Van Dijk, okay, you already have Konate, okay?
Yeah.
But if you get someone on the same caliber as Van Dijk and put it next to each other, and then once that player that player will play there, okay?
So
And
Konate
then-
will sit on the bench.
Who?
Konate will sit on the
Konate
bench.
will sit on the bench. But because at the end of the day, he's young. Konate is
Yeah.
young. So he will sit there and he will learn and he'll get his game time. Don't get me wrong, he'll get his game time. Okay, cup games and so Champions League, whatever. But once that guy is there, then he could Arne Slot could just switch and just, put that guy there and then Van Dijk will go out, Konate will come in. Like that's how it'll be. It's just a transition. You just replace one for
Okay.
another. It's the same thing you were doing with like Chelsea was doing with Thiago Silva. You take Thiago Silva out, put the new player in. Colwell and Thiago Silva was working together. Thiago Silva left. What happened? Colwell went into that position. So that centre back, that high caliber centre back, which is Van Dijk, will learn from the new high caliber centre back. Like as in this guy will learn everything from Van Dijk
Van
today
Dijk, yeah.
to improve his game, and then just switch it around. But it all depends on what they do.
They
But
should definitely sign a striker.
yeah,
They need someone who can finish.
yeah.
Reinders is a good signing. I think
Reinders
that's
will be very
perfect
good.
for them.
We
Uh,
look. if I look at other transfer news, City's, I think the Kyle Walker is back. He's going back.
Yeah.
But I don't think Guardiola has plans with him. It's shocking. It's actually sad because Kyle Walker, throughout the years when he was at Tottenham, he didn't get a credit. Like, he was amazing, but obviously he was at Tottenham, so it's a different story. But as soon as he went to City, he did what he wanted. He won everything, which I give credit for. But now he's just like on a slope. I think he's just aging. He's still quick to a degree, but he gets caught out now.
The thing is, like, there's two things about that. The first thing is he's very quick. He's very strong.
Yeah.
But he's not technically
gifted.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a good player, but he's not
on the ball.
He's not anywhere near technically with the ball at his feet to the level of everyone else around him. And that's what lets him down defensively. He always gets, when he does get beat, he gets beat because of his positioning. His I think there was a game where they lost, where he was way out of position. Like, he went to talk to the ref, and okay, to fair, you're gonna go talk to the ref. The ref plays.
Oh yeah, no, and they played a quick thing. Yeah,
but you should know as a defender not to leave your position.
Yeah, exactly.
The call's been made. Yeah. Just organize your back line.
Yeah, I remember.
He doesn't have that defensive mindset that you expect from a defensive player.
No, he does, but it just I think it's just age is getting to him. I think he's just getting older.
The reason he's getting beat isn't because he's getting slower. He's getting beat because of the style that Guardiola's playing now.
That's true too.
He's being put in positions where he's playing in a back three, sometimes a back two.
Yeah.
Why would you push the whole team forward and have Kyle Walker? All right, he's fast and he's strong in a back two.
Yeah, well,
he's not a defensively unbelievably good player.
Look, but the idea of putting Walker at the back just as a back two is because you just said it.
Because of his speed.
He's quick.
But you're playing against quick strikers. You got your back turned to your goal. You have to turn.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're not like how many goals have they conceded because Kyle Walker gets caught?
Well, that's why
position.
But that's why he got loaned out.
Yeah, because Guardiola changed his game plan.
Yeah.
He started doing God knows what.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Two centre backs that aren't even centre backs playing centre back position. I mean, Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. He doesn't play Ruben Diaz. I don't know what's wrong with Ruben Diaz.
Ruben Diaz, no, but he was injured for a bit.
Yeah, I know. But then he came back.
Before he was injured.
Yeah.
Right? Ruben Diaz was stepping into the midfield, taking shots, man.
But no,
there was a game I was watching, and I just sat there and I'm like, how many defenders are going to take shots this game?
Yeah, but like
Diaz took a shot. Gvardiol took a shot. Then Gvardiol scored. Yeah. Right? Kyle Walker took a shot. And I get it, they're pressing.
Yeah.
But you want your experienced defensive centre back.
At the back.
Who can defend?
At the back.
Sit back and defend.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what's the funny thing though? You remember whenever we did sports bets, we used to always go Guardiola for a shot every time.
Who had a pretty good season.
No, he had a good season, and he's developing. But Ruben Diaz, I don't know what was wrong with Guardiola, but he kept on putting him on the bench. I just didn't know.
He was injured. I don't know what the injury was. But when he came back, he was still shaky.
During the Champions League, they won, and that season they had Ruben Diaz. Besides Rodri, was a key player at the back line.
If a player's injured.
No, but he got injured. Yeah, if he hasn't recovered,
how do we know he's recovered or not?
Yeah, but how many weeks does the guy need? The guy and it's Manchester City. They have the best facilities.
But injuries last, niggles.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. You never know. But
Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah? A player who we see is fine. He's taking shots. He's running. He's playing. The guy's been dealing with an injury for how many years now?
Yeah, but it's Cristiano.
Look at Suarez. Suarez has arthritis, and no one talks about it. Right? The guy's in pain.
Yeah,
the whole fucking game. Right? But we don't obviously
horse injection.
But we don't see that. So we're sitting there. We're expecting a player to just play. Oh yeah, he's fit. He's back from injury. Now he's tore his hammy. Oh, he's back. It's been a year, but where is he? A year and a half. Where is he?
Yeah,
there's something else going on.
Yeah, but there's players that come back. There's players that come back from those big injuries and they're not the same player. We know that for a fact as well.
Yeah, of course.
But bringing to Cristiano Ronaldo as well, they're saying that I think his contract is running out at Al Nassr. So there's a possibility that he might, because he wants to maybe stay in Saudi.
Yeah.
The deal is to go to, I think it was a deal offer. No, to go to Al Hilal. Apparently, there was a deal that they might go to Al Hilal. or everyone like Val was doing it, the producer was doing it. He might go to the Turkish league or go to Olympiacos or some bullshit like that. I'm just like, mate, relax. It ain't happening.
Nah, look, you know what I see? I see Cristiano Ronaldo lined up with some big La Liga superstars. You know, he'll be playing with Sergio Ramos at his centre back position, Jordi Alba.
I think he's going to going to Real Betis. In Real Betis, he's going to play for Anthony.
No, but look, on the note of obviously Ronaldo moving, Xavi announced Casemiro in his Brazil squad.
Not Xavi.
Huh?
You mean Ancelotti?
Oh, sorry, Ancelotti. Sorry, Ancelotti announced Casemiro in his Brazil squad.
Mm-hmm.
That's a player moving to, back to play in the Brazil squad.
Yeah.
They have Ronaldo. Is technically on the market, right? Technically.
Yeah, but what do you mean, Ronaldo?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Xavi Alonso is in charge of.
Oh, you're talking about
so.
You go two different locations of what you're saying. That's why
I'll tell you why.
I'm tripping out. I was like, what's going on?
Carlos Ancelotti, right, is bringing in a player who was not performing to play in the national team.
Yeah. Right? And we'll get to that. Don't worry. We'll get to that.
Now you've got Xavi Alonso bringing a player who was not performing.
Yeah.
Right? Could go to Madrid. Why not?
Well, CR7.
Yeah, why not?
It's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. I wouldn't mind it, but then you've got too many. But the problem is Ronaldo's going to sit on the bench.
That's fine.
But like Ronaldo won't do that. I just don't see. I don't see him going there. If honestly, I would love to see him in the Turkish league because he'll be mad. Go to Mourinho. Actually, I don't want him to see Fener, but at the end of the day, he'll be mad to go there.
Is it possible to get him on loan for the Club World Cup?
Well, that's what they're trying to do. So that's the thing. That was it. I think if he goes to Al Hilal, he'll be able to play in the Club World Cup. Okay. I think it is. And then if he goes to there was another club in offer.
Yeah.
And if he goes to that, he could play in the AFC Champions League. Ooh. Now, if he goes to there and he comes to here, I'm going to love life. Then we'll go to the games and we'll record it. Okay. That would be mad. Okay. But if he goes to Al Hilal, I think it's Al Hilal, he'll be playing in the Club World Cup, which is still good. Okay. Which is good. I don't mind that.
You get to see Messi and Ronaldo.
Maybe versus each other.
Yeah.
Okay. But to bring to our point about Club World Cup, okay, so we're going to talk about this. Now, you could say, what do they call it? Pundits say that Club World Cup sometimes is a Mickey Mouse tournament as well as like the Conference League. I don't call it a Club World I don't understand the aspect of a Club World Cup.
Yeah,
because
talk to me.
Club World Cup is those prestige clubs that go in from all over the world and play the tournament in Qatar usually or somewhere in Saudi. And you see those Mexico clubs are going in there. You got Inter Miami going in there. You got all these clubs coming in. But I never understood why some certain clubs that do finish first in their league don't go. I get Champions League. Champions League winners usually go. They always go.
Yeah, it's always Champions League.
But how come, like, you know how they wanted a Super League? Okay?
Yeah.
Like that Super League bullshit? The Club World Cup can be that Super League. The reason why I say that is because all you need to do is get every top 20 nations, whatever, leagues, and put them into that comp. Turkish League. Galatasaray should be there now. But they're not. You know what I mean? Like, they're not there.
Yeah.
Sporting. Are they there? No. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's all these big clubs.
Yeah.
Like Feyenoord. Are they there? No, they're not. So what's the point of Club World Cup? Because it's not all the clubs. Now, I think the way they're doing it, I think the way it works is that it's European, the top of the European, the top of the Mexican,
so it's
and so on.
I'm not sure how many teams is in it, but I was looking into it a while ago, and I was like, what's this Club World Cup? Why are they doing Club World Cup? How did Chelsea get into the Club World Cup?
Yeah.
So it's based off of your performance in the Champions League.
Yeah.
For
European clubs.
Right? So
or European football.
So the teams who've won the Champions League are certain in the last certain years.
Yeah.
Per like for England, for example, they get 2 seats.
Yeah.
Or 3 seats.
Or a couple seats,
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right? And then you've got Madrid's playing in a Inter Miami, I understand. That was
left field. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't make any sense. But
that's because FIFA.
That's
because FIFA.
Money.
Right? Otherwise, every club who's playing the Club World Cup performed in their continental tournament and won
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's like
The
power
Asian
ranking.
champions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it makes sense where it's just by continental
the
base.
criteria
Yeah.
is a good criteria, but I still I think I understand what you're saying.
More teams should be in it.
I
More
understand what
respectful
you're
teams.
saying, but that's why we've got the Champions League.
No. No, yeah, yes. Okay.
So
And
so
then Australia side, continental side has got AFC
AFC.
Champions League.
So then why would you get the best club from England, the best club from Turkey?
Because then it's the
best
same
club
thing. Yeah,
from-
I see what you mean.
Because then it's just the Champions League all over
Yeah,
again.
that's true. That's
So
true.
they can't have that same drafting format
Yeah.
for the clubs.
So then at the end of the day, the way it works is based on who's the best in each continent. That's how it is.
Yeah, which at the time, Chelsea.
You got
was-
Chelsea,
and
Liverpool's
City.
there.
So
Liverpool,
Chelsea,
City, I
City,
think
and Liverpool were the
they're
teams
there.
that won the Champions League
Yeah.
from
And
England.
then you got Real Madrid. I think Barca. I don't think Barca's in it. Because they haven't won the Champions
in a
League.
while.
Yeah, so I don't think Barca's in it. You've got all the South American clubs, most of them. You got Inter Miami, of course. Then you have, I don't know if the A-League teams are any A-League teams are in there. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
But the
I don't-
AFC Champions League winners would be in that.
definitely.
But you know, the thing I don't like about it is that, well, not like, but it's played in the center. That's what you say, because it's played in most of the time in Saudi because it's the center of the world, or you could say.
yeah.
It's the gateway because, you know, when you take a flight, you go to Qatar or you go to
Qatar,
Dubai,
yeah.
you know. Shocking enough, it's not in Hong Kong or something, or it's not in Singapore.
Yeah, but you look at
or
the quality
Bangkok,
of the fields.
you know, or Bangkok.
But, then
But
you look at the quality of the fields that they
Yeah, of course, of course.
East. Look at the fan base they have in the Middle
the
East.
weather too, on top of that.
And the money.
Of course.
The money.
But, like, it'll be mad.
Why
I've
would you
always
go to
asked
China
this.
to watch Real Madrid when you can go to Dubai?
Yeah, but
It's like an hour flight, 2 hours flight from Saudi.
Yeah. No. I'm saying that's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying sometimes they need to change it up, like how they do with World Cup, how they do it.
Yeah.
How mad would it be if the Club World Cup was in Australia?
Yeah, of course. But does Australia...
If Australia, the way it should be, like imagine like if Australia wins it, which like as in any A-League club will win it, but like if they win it,
Look, you never know.
you never know.
You never know.
You never
I'll
know.
tell you why.
Why?
This happened maybe like 15 or so years ago.
Mm.
Real Madrid at the time
Mm.
went and played a team in Saudi or in Qatar,
Mm.
and they lost. I think it was 2 or 3-1.
Mm. Yeah.
And Madrid had their star players at the time. So it can happen.
It can happen.
It
No,
can
look,
happen.
it can happen.
It can happen.
You know, Melbourne victory. They might
No
go
victory.
win it.
They might win tonight.
Yeah.
They might win tonight.
They might win tonight as well. But if think of it this way, if they win, if an A-League team won the Club World Cup, it would be mad to just tell them, okay, A-League won it. So next year, like an A-League team won it. Next year when we do, or next whatever, when we do our Club World Cup, let's do it in Australia because the winners won it there. They have to defend their crown kind of thing, you know? Not crown, but let it do it there. It'll be mad. Look, the only reason I say that is because we need more football here in Australia. And bringing big teams like that would be very good for the
but
country.
then that's Look, it's hard. It's hard because for a team for an A-League team to win it, they need to be playing at that level.
Yeah.
You're playing against teams from Europe who live and breathe football.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
The chances are hard.
They don't have jobs, right? They literally don't. Their job is to wake up at 5:36 in the morning, go to the gym, go for a run, go for a swim, go back to the clubhouse, sit for a talk. That's their job.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Right? So
the quality is harder.
It's different.
It's different. Yeah, of course. And
even some of the Asian teams.
Yeah.
And by Asian I mean Middle Eastern / Central Asian or Southeast Asian teams. A lot of them do like full time kind of football.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why you see these Saudi clubs now as well. Look at them; they're performing, and they could still give a good run against certain teams in Europe.
Yeah,
and that's why we have the Club World Cup.
look, Asian All Stars took down United a couple of days ago. So
yeah, and today Hong Kong lost 3-1 to United, and it was 1-0 to Hong Kong at half time. And I was like, oh, no way. Again.
Not again.
I thought you said full time. I was saying to Eda, I go, oh my God, United's lost to Hong Kong now. They lost 2 games. And then I go, look. And then I wake up this morning and I see, and it's 3-1 to home thing to Man United. I was like, oh, okay. And then they win a trophy, which looks like the trophy I bought last week. That's what Val said. So they're saying that, oh, you know, Man United won a trophy. It's like, shut up, mate. You won nothing. It's like when Tottenham won the Audi Cup. What kind of trophy was that? They won an Audi Cup.
What's that?
Exactly. What is that? It was an Audi Cup.
I know.
But like I'm saying, I think they all got Audis. I don't know. But yeah, look, good luck to every team that's there. That's going to start soon. The only shit thing with Chelsea is that we don't get Esteval. Esteval's not going to be playing, the youngster. And I hope if a transfer does happen for Ronaldo, he can either play in that Club World Cup or get him to see him in AFC Champions League. And it'll be mad for him to come down here and then we get to watch it. And we'll go to the game, guys, and we'll record everything. We'll do like a vlog.
To watch Ronaldo play.
Oh,
mate.
Why not? Good experience, but good for the football in Australia. But yeah, on other news, tomorrow, you know what's happening?
What's happening tomorrow? Tell me.
Well, at this time of the recording, PSG has won the...
So PSG's won the Champions League, guys. Dembele scored, Barcola scored. Unfortunately,
Luis Enrique got sacked afterwards.
Hey, but did you know? So there's a little deal happening behind the scenes. They're trying to bring Messi in to play in that Champions League final.
The fuck? No way. No way, bro. It's not even possible. No, but look, Champions League final is tomorrow in our time right now.
It would be done by now.
No, I mean,
it's 11. It's almost 11 a.m.
Yeah.
What time's kickoff?
It's tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying
5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
So in 24 hours, it'd be done.
Yeah, I know that. In
by
24
this time
hours.
today, by this time
But
tomorrow,
I'm saying for the viewers,
for the
when they're
viewers,
watching,
for the viewers,
this will come out on Wednesday or Tuesday. Yeah, so it'll be like we said, PSG has won it. Look,
but you got to clip that now. If they win, they got to.
Yeah.
Guys, 2-1. Yeah.
Are you saying 2-1? That's what we're going to do. We're doing predictions now.
Tell me.
Look, predictions wise, if I had to say a favorite, I was saying this to my brother. I was like, I don't care who wins, but honestly, there's two reasons for both teams to win in a sense of why I want them to win. Inter Milan, I want Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Turkish player, so I want him to win it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel bad because they lost the last time. But then you have PSG. PSG, in my eyes, deserve it after everything they've been through, but let alone the way they've been playing. And to see them win it after Mbappe leaving and all the big teams, big players leaving is like, how do you say, cherry on top, but more of a case that it's pleasurable. Like you enjoy that because they worked hard, they built a great philosophy, and they won it. That's the reason why I want PSG to win it. So I'm more into PSG winning it than Inter. Yeah. If I had to go based on a prediction, I honestly will say it'll be a tight game, but I honestly think it's going to be a 3-1 PSG. 3-1. Because I think PSG will score goals. If it doesn't, it's going to penalty shootouts, but I see PSG scoring goals. Even though Inter Milan is very defensive, but PSG's got very quality attackers. When I look at Inter Milan, Serbia scored the last goal. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But that shows that they're a team that can pull something out of nothing.
Exactly. They will. I can imagine that.
If a centre back's made a run into that attacking position where the striker should be and putting a ball, the way he finished that.
Yeah, exactly.
Was quality.
I know.
Centre back.
They have heart. Quality. That's what it is. They have heart. But I do still see PSG. The only thing you could say PSG we're going to lack is experience. But maybe Dure will pop up out of nowhere and do something out of the blue. Yeah. Kvaratskhelia, you've got Barcola, you've got Gonçalo Ramos, you've got who's their striker?
Dembele.
You got Dembele. Dembele is going to pop off. I bet you that guy's itching to play because they haven't been playing in a while, but they've been itching to play. And they're dying to win it.
Yeah, this is what I think. I think if you look at, and I said this way back when PSG were to play Arsenal, and I said PSG is like Liverpool on steroids. I've just adjusted what I've said. But Liverpool, PSG, I like Liverpool, but on steroids.
Yeah,
they have an amazing goalkeeper.
Yeah,
right. And Donnarumma pulled some
Many
amazing saves,
100%.
carried them,
Yeah.
literally carried them.
Mm.
Not take back from any of the players. They all played
Yeah.
very well. They
Yeah.
all played exceptionally well.
Mm.
But Donnarumma carried it from the back.
Yeah.
The defensive line,
Mm.
hard work.
Yeah.
The midfield, hard work, creativity, the press.
Mm.
Your strikers are pressing. Your wingers are pressing.
That's what I mean.
I think
They press.
Kvaratskhelia against Arsenal probably was the most pressed. Like he pressed the most.
That's what I'm saying. They pressed them so well.
Right. So you have a team. It not just plays as a team, but you have a team that attacks aggressively,
Yeah.
that defends with speed, with aggression,
exactly.
that presses very well.
It's such a cohesive team. They're so good together.
A team that can defend, create, and score goals.
Exactly. Which is a complete team.
Goals that come from your midfield,
Mm-hmm.
goals that come from your wingers and from your striker.
Yeah.
That is a very dangerous team.
Let alone their defenders as well.
And
Nuno
you make
Mendes.
mistakes. Make mistakes.
Yeah.
Make mistakes. Yeah.
Mm.
Nuno Mendes, you've got Hakimi.
Yeah. Who are performing to their highest grade right now.
Make another. You have Donnarumma. Like, it's a team that is built so well with so much balance.
And I give credit to Luis Enrique for that.
And an amazing coach.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything about them right now is
exciting.
It's
fire. PSG.
It's gonna be an amazing
quite
final.
literally on fire.
And I'm telling you, it's gonna be an amazing final.
You look at Inter Milan, right? Inter Milan approached Barcelona playing outstanding.
Yeah, but can they keep that up?
Italian football, and this is where the question is to be asked because they defend so damn well.
Yeah,
right. It's like, when Marina said we didn't park the bus, we parked the plane.
Exactly, we parked everything.
But they defended so well, right? The transition, they transitioned well. What was missing from that team against Barcelona in the first leg?
Was it
Lautaro Martinez.
Yeah.
Now Lautaro's back.
Yeah, and fit.
What happened?
They scored. He scored.
Barcelona got destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I wouldn't say destroyed, but
they destroyed Barcelona. Sorry, they destroyed.
They didn't destroy Barcelona.
It was look. It was a very tight game. Obviously, so we would the
Barca lost it to themselves.
But they went out and they played arguably the best team in form. Yeah. In European football at the moment.
Besides
and
PSG.
And they said, we're here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take this all the way. You have an immovable object.
Yeah.
An unstoppable force.
Yeah, so we're gonna see a battle.
It's gonna be a clash.
David and Goliath.
It's gonna be a clash of two styles of football. It's gonna be a clash of speed, power, creativity, aggression. Surprises in that game.
I know. And
Hakimi scored against Arsenal.
Yeah, but you know what's the funny thing? I'm looking at it as in a sense that, like you just said, it's gonna be two different football, you could say, and they're just gonna go like bang, 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 bang. Just going to collide to each other, and it's just going to be a war. It's going to be a war.
It's going to be war. It has to be war. If this game doesn't go to war,
it's going to be such a dead game.
We're going to have a Tottenham-Liverpool final.
That's what. No, Tottenham United. Oh, you mean Liverpool like
Champions League?
Oh, Champions League. Yeah. That was terrible. That was one of the worst finals. But if I had to say now, as in like this year, recent Tottenham United final.
But what's this is the exciting thing about this game, yeah? My prediction is 2-1 to PSG, right?
So we both go with PSG.
However, this is Hakimi scored against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Acerbi won the game.
Defenders.
Right? There are players on that team. Dembele's goal.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, Dewey is out of nowhere. Like there's something, he gets the ball and then just something happens out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? There are players with, how do we say this? Not just flair, but anything can happen.
They pull something out of their pocket.
There's something mysterious.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's why
like Messi gets the ball, right? And you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, Ronaldo back in the day would get the ball and you're like, it might be a goal.
But in this situation,
back.
Exactly. In this situation, you look at it and you go, both of the teams have something in their locker to pull. And both teams can pull something. And that's what it is. So your predictions?
My prediction is
2-1.
PSG 2-1.
Yeah. So and my one's 3-1 to PSG. So we'll be putting millions of dollars on Sportsbet. If you don't see us next week, then you know why. But
it'll be good.
It'll be good, and we'll see what happens. Let us know your predictions down below.
Well,
actually, no, it'll be done by then.
It'll be done by then.
So you can still put it in the comments and then be like, okay, I'll guess the why. Then maybe we'll give you just a like. But yeah, now we'll go to the quiz off.
Welcome back, guys, to the Total Football Talk Show. We are heading into the final
quiz off. True. And episode 10 will probably be a special new quiz.
A new
style.
kind of challenge.
Kind of challenge. Trying to spice it up, guys. Obviously no Val today. So we're going to have someone over here. Dino's there, but Dino doesn't talk for some reason. I don't know why. But we're going to have our producer give us the questions. So let's just put her in now.
That was a pretty
good transition.
Exciting transition.
So this is Eda or Edda. Okay. She's our producer. She's the one that's in our ear that screams every second, telling us everything.
She writes all the questions.
That's why there's a lot of curveballs, but half the time Ali reads them. So that means there are more curveballs. I don't know why I'm looking over there. I should be looking over here.
I'm looking over there. I was on the camera there.
But yeah, so she's going to be reading the questions, and this is the final round. Me against Ali. If you remember in the last episode,
Val got destroyed.
Val lost. Shocking.
By 2 points.
But then again,
3
I
points.
should be winning all of them because I got curveballed every time I played Val. So let's see how we go today. So Edda, I leave it to you.
Wait, hold on. We got to test the buzzers, mate.
Go for
Crikey.
Crikey.
You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
it. I know.
All right, guys.
The winner takes Dino home.
This is to see who comes second and who comes third.
No, first.
First, I defeated the titan.
That's
I
it. He
killed
won.
him.
That's it.
David
Now,
killed Goliath.
exactly.
That's it. It's
So,
done.
if I beat Ali, I win. That's it.
That's it. It's
That's it.
eliminations.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Round one.
Is it
Some
players?
random
clubs?
questions. Random
mixed?
questions.
So
Okay, random question. But football based or?
Clearly,
Okay, I'm
it
just
is
saying.
total football.
General
talk.
knowledge, because eventually we need to do shit like that. Anyway.
All right. Which player holds the record for the most assists in a single Premier League season?
Oh, single Premier League. Shit. Thierry Henry.
No.
No, he does. He has a good assist record.
I think it's a recent player, and I'm just going to go with Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne was my first option, but then
why did you?
I didn't know if he actually did break the record. It was either Giggs or him. Or
It was
Henry.
20 assists in 2019 to 20 season, tied with Terry Henry. But the answer I was looking for
See,
was
look at this.
Ali
Look at this.
Lock.
Ready to
You
get
know what I will
go
say?
board.
I'll shake your hand for that.
We get equal points.
Equal
points. 1-1.
No.
1-1.
It doesn't work that way.
He gave the right answer. I
And
gave
you
the
said
other right
I am
answer.
the producer. I am the boss.
See what I mean, Devil? See?
guys?
This is what happens when the producer's your wife.
Exactly. See, I'm married to her. Continue.
Next question.
Which goalkeeper has the most clean sheets in UEFA Champions League history?
That's a tough one.
Damn it. In UEFA Champions League history.
Most clean sheets.
I'm just gonna go with Casillas.
Correct.
Yeah, there was only one. It was
Yeah.
either him
The
or Buffon.
Spanish legend kept over 55 clean sheets in the competition.
Over the course of his
Yeah. Silas, 2-0 to Ali.
What is the fastest red card in football history?
Okay. So this is where curveballs are annoying, okay? Because a player hopped onto the field, it was like 5 seconds and he got sent off. But it wasn't
So is it
Count from zero.
Is it a time frame?
I'm asking for the player.
Oh, the player.
Oh.
Oh, I've got no clue.
Player and time, I'm asking for.
Player. I've got no clue.
I'm just gonna say Balotelli 46th minute.
No.
46 minutes.
6 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
You have to give a player name. So the
I
only
did say
player.
Balotelli. And she said and the time.
Is this guy known? Is he a Premier League player? What is he?
It's an older player. He doesn't play anymore.
I'm just gonna say Roy Keane.
That was the second one on my mind.
Okay, the answer is Lee Todd, 2 seconds.
Nah.
In 2000, he was sent off just 2 seconds into
Next
the
question. Next
second
question.
Next
match
question.
after cursing in
Got-
reaction.
Next question.
Oh wow, really cursing, eh?
Yeah, does that remind you
Yeah.
of 2 weeks ago?
There was a clip of a player who he hopped onto the field.
Mm. And he just got sent off.
And
I
he
know,
got-
I've
he
seen
just
that
got
one.
sent
That's what I'm
off.
saying. Like, I don't know the guy's name.
That's probably him.
That definitely was not him.
Which African country was the first to reach a World Cup semi-final? That was Ali.
I already know this answer.
The year
My
and the
brain
country.
The
is
year.
it
Year and the country.
Okay. I already know the year.
South Africa? No.
So you're saying South Africa made?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. The answer is Morocco. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. And it's 2022.
Yep.
Okay. I was gonna say 2024. I don't know why.
They
Morocco.
made history in Qatar.
Africa.
my
Yeah.
brain. I was the quarterfinals. My brain.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Which country won a World Cup without winning a single knockout match in regulation time?
In the World Cup. You're saying?
Yeah, which country won a World Cup without winning a single knockout match in regulation time?
Oh, Argentina.
You'll know this when
You'll know this in
this
anymore.
if you like. It's gonna be a big flashback.
Germany?
No,
Damn it.
Here we go
one more
again.
guess each. Yeah.
France.
No.
Okay, I'm just guessing little countries.
There's not necessarily a team that won it.
They won it or no?
Yeah, which country won a World Cup
they won a
without
World Cup?
winning a single knockout
Which country did
match?
you say? What did you
I
say?
don't even remember what I said.
What did you say? I don't remember what I said.
You said Germany.
Said
Oh, Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, Italy?
Yes,
It was
Italy.
Italy, yeah. I was gonna say,
2006.
It's either Brazil or Italy afterwards.
Because
Yeah.
it went to penalties.
Yeah.
2006. They won the final on penalties.
Mm.
Mm.
I was just like, oh, wait, Zidane.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, what's going on?
Which club, last question for the first round, which club lost the European Cup final despite going 3-0 up at halftime?
Liverpool. Sorry, AC Milan against Liverpool.
He already answered.
He said Liverpool, didn't he?
Yeah, he said Liverpool and then changed it.
AC Milan.
Yes.
That is the dumbest.
No, you answered it. Your first answer. Your first
Yeah.
answer.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
You got
That-
one choice.
Yeah.
It's one of the most iconic comebacks in football history.
Why are you asking the question we asked last week?
I didn't ask that last week.
Yeah.
I asked them to last week.
No.
Yeah. No, but it's a different question in general.
It was.
it's a
No.
different question.
She said UEFA. She said European trophy or some bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares? Producers.
What's the score? Producer.
3-2.
It's 4-2.
3-4-2. Yeah. We'll keep the score anyway.
4-2.
Yeah.
She's not here to count how many scores we're on.
Round 2. Questions on clubs.
Mm.
Which club did Jose Mourinho describe as special club after defeating them in the Champions League with Inter Milan? It is your turn.
Fuck, I'm at mind blank. So you're saying Mourinho
Which
said this is a club,
yeah.
is a special club.
He described them as a special club after defeating them in the Champions League with Inter
He beat Barca,
Milan.
didn't he? Was it Barca?
No.
Who did he beat in the final? I know the final. I can't remember. Why am I getting mind blank? Who did they beat in the final?
Ali's jerseys really got you
Oh,
off guard.
fuck. Can I guess afterwards?
If he gets it wrong,
Damn it. Who did Inter Milan beat in the final?
I remember now because I actually watched the video like not long ago. I know who it is.
I'm going to take a very wild guess here.
Hmm.
And I don't think. Who did you say?
I said Barca.
I'm just going to say Real Madrid.
no,
Bayern Munich.
no.
What?
Well, I got one more guess.
Okay.
Oh, was Bayern Munich in the
No.
final?
No. He
In the Champions
described
League
them
final.
as special club after defeating them in the Champions League with Inter Milan.
You said Champions League final.
I didn't say final. I said
I
Champions
swear she
League.
said Champions League final.
Go back in the recording.
Oh, we put it back in the recording. I
Special
swear.
club after defeating them in the Champions League with Inter Milan.
I swear I heard Champions League final.
No, I said Champions League.
A special club. What the fuck did he call a special club? He calls everybody a special club, though. He's a special one. He's a chosen one.
You know what? I'm just gonna say Manchester United.
No. You want another guess? Or?
Chelsea.
Yes, Chelsea.
There we go.
What do you mean? You want another guess? You
Yeah,
want
you
another guess? We
can.
both guessed what? No.
Yes, you can.
Since when do we do? Have we ever gone back 3 times, Ned?
That's
Yes,
true.
we actually have.
Have we?
No,
Yeah,
we
we
haven't.
have.
When?
We
He
have
asked
gone
you if
back
you
in
can
the
have another
Go
guess.
back in the recordings and find it for me, guys.
Anyway, let's just continue and then we'll decide if it's a
This
point or
is
not.
like this is like 2v1, mate.
Yeah,
I,
that's what I
I should have been reading the questions. You should be sitting here answering.
Which team did Leicester City beat 9-0 away from home in 2019?
Southampton.
Yep.
I know that. Yeah.
Jeez.
I remember that game. They got pumped.
Which club famously reached the 2004 UEFA Champions League final after eliminating Real Madrid and Chelsea?
Man United.
No to what?
His answer.
Which one?
Clearly, He just said
Man
Man
United.
United.
I said Barca and then I just went Man United.
Hold on.
He only said one
hold on,
answer
hold on.
there. Yes,
I said
Sunny.
half.
He said
No,
Barca.
I was about to say Barca and then I went Man United.
He goes Barca Man United.
Man United, exactly. I didn't say the full word like you
You
did.
said Barca, Man United.
No, he didn't.
No, I said Man United. My answer was Man United.
Either way, both
Doesn't matter.
of
They're
them
both
are
wrong.
What was the question?
Yeah, I swear to say it again.
Which club famously reached the 2004 UEFA Champions League final after eliminating Real Madrid and Chelsea?
2004.
2004.
Arsenal.
No.
So it wasn't Barcelona. You said
No.
You had
Okay.
2 guesses. I get one more.
no.
He didn't have 2 guesses. He had 1 guess.
2004.
You want to read the question one more time?
Yeah, say it again.
Which club famously reached the 2004 UEFA Champions League final after eliminating Real Madrid and Chelsea?
But I'm trying to fucking think of the answer. 2004. Who won it? 2004. I'm guessing, mate. What are
What
you
does
doing?
that look?
AC Milan. You got it.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
5.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Liverpool.
No.
Fuck. Who is it?
Supposed to be like
AS
Porto or something.
Monaco.
Monaco.
Yeah.
Who did they play in the final? Barca.
Put that answer down. I just
Who
put
the fuck did they
answer.
play in the final?
No idea.
In 2004. I
That
know
was-
2004
that
and
was-
5 was freaking Chelsea
think-
was performing, but United was in the final too.
I think that was the year of special and interesting wins for teams.
Yeah, but AC Monaco didn't win it.
They didn't. I didn't say they win it.
I know. So who the fuck was the other team?
We will search that,
We'll,
guys.
we'll link it down there. And then
I
we'll
need to know
post-
now. I need to know now. Hold on. I just remembered now. It was Porto versus Monaco.
I
That's
thought
when
it was the year
Mourinho
we
won
snaps. Yeah.
Mourinho won with Porto. Ah, yeah, I forgot about that.
All right, next question, guys. Which club eliminated Barcelona from the 2020 UCL with an 8-2 win?
Bayern Munich.
Correct.
Munich. Only Bayern will do that.
Which
Especially
club
to Arsenal.
knocked out Bayern Munich and Real Madrid on the way to winning the 2004 UEFA Champions League?
Porto.
Yeah.
How do you have two of the same questions?
Clearly, I didn't read my questions this morning.
They were the same.
What's the score?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
I'm
the
winning.
score.
It's like 6.
We'll see it at the bottom there.
Oh, but then
Which-
how are we going to decide who won?
I'm
Yeah.
winning. I'm winning.
I'll count it.
I'm winning. 6.
At the moment,
2 or
Ali's winning.
6-3. I think it's 6-3 or 6-4.
Which club did Frank Lampard begin his career?
Everton.
No.
Incorrect.
Damn
Keep
it.
going. That's so
Begin his career with before becoming a Chelsea legend.
you mean,
Oh.
wait, as a player, not a managing career?
That's where my brain went.
Wait, I'm so confused.
Yeah, as a player.
Yeah, West Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, West Ham. I'm just like, I thought it was,
Alrighty.
no,
Was
but your answer's still wrong because
Was
it's Derby,
Chelsea-
it's Derby County he
Oh, Derby
started
County.
in. Yeah.
Oh.
I was about to say Derby County, but she said played for. I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? Change question.
Damn it.
Round 3.
How many
Riddles.
questions? How many questions?
Random.
How many?
6.
It's always 6.
Okay.
6.
6.
Riddles. Random. I'm a team whose stadium is a fortress called the Castle.
Newcastle.
Would you like me to read on?
Of course. What am I meant to get out of that? What am I meant to get out of that?
I'm a team whose stadium is a fortress called the Castle. In Scotland's east, my passion is colossal. My name is shared with famous geological features. My rivalry is old, fiery, and much deeper. Who am I?
Rangers.
No.
Okay.
It's either. Okay. Yeah. Good luck.
Well, I'm not gonna press the buzzer yet.
Good luck.
But so the big ones are Rangers and Celtic.
Yeah, but that's
But it's
nowhere near.
neither
It's got
nor.
nothing to do with Celtic. It's a Scottish team. It has to be a Scottish team.
Mm.
I have other names, but I can't say it.
Just because I have no idea what I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna say Celtic.
No.
Is it? I don't know how to say their name, but it's either Hibernian or something like that.
Want to give the answer?
Yeah, give the answer.
Dundee United.
Dundee United. Yeah,
I would have never.
I used to
guessed
use
that.
them in FIFA 09. I remember the days.
Never would have guessed in a million years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same.
From the Red Devils, I was once called, but not in England where crowds are enthralled. Across the Atlantic, my city shines bright. In Mexico, I battle every fight. Who am I?
Mexico. So I'm so blinded with Mexico teams right now. I'm just gonna say. I was about to say Flamingo, but I know Flamingo's not Mexican; they're Brazilian. So I'm gonna say Sao Paulo.
No.
Wait, that's also
That's
Brazilian.
Brazilian.
I was meant to say something else.
You want to read it again?
Read it again.
From the Red Devils, I was once called, but not in England where crowds are enthralled. Across the Atlantic, my city shines bright. In Mexico, I battle every fight. Who am I?
This is a club.
No shit.
Okay. See, I'm feeling like a curveball here.
Same,
I really
same.
want it to be a curveball.
Same.
And then I want to say it's like South American team.
Mexico.
Pass.
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 Can I try one more?
Yeah.
Can I try one more? Can I try one more?
Yeah, because it's a second guess, so I can have a second guess. Is it?
Give us a hint.
Yeah, give us a hint if you can.
It's in Mexico.
Oh fuck! Yeah, we know that. We know that.
I can't really give you it. There's like no FC at the end of it.
I was gonna say
And
River
then-
Plate.
Huh?
River Plate.
That's in Brazil.
I
know
want to
why.
give a Brazilian team too, just because.
I don't know why. I'm just giving Brazilian
You
teams.
keep
Pass.
giving South America.
Pass,
teams.
pass.
Club America.
Oh my god!
Club America,
How did they go by Red Devil?
Apparently they do.
because America's the devil.
That's true. Alhamdulillah.
My nickname echoes a predator in the night. At Old Trafford, my strikes cause fright. From Arsenal's cannon to United's throne, I scored with style, my legacy well known. Who am I?
So it's a player.
Yes. Remember,
I need-
riddles
and
random, I
It's a
said.
manager.
I need to hear it again. Say it again.
My nickname echoes a predator in the night. At Old Trafford, my strikes cause fright.
Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez.
Keep going.
That was a good guess.
At Old Trafford, my strikes cause fright. From Arsenal's cannon to United's throne, I scored with style, my legacy well known.
Van Persie.
Correct.
Arsenal and Man United. I had a feeling it was Van Persie because I was just like, it has to be him. There's no one else.
Did Sanchez play for United as well?
He did.
Yeah, he played for
Yeah.
both.
So you
why
had
I
a
went
fair guess on
Sanchez.
that. But then I
But
get
then
it because of
Thunder
the
and
animal.
Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Thunder
then when
and
he said
Strike.
Arsenal cannon, I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
A fullback Dutch, quick and brave, from Liverpool I often gave.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Fuck. I was about to say Frimpong because I'm like,
I was waiting.
Um,
and then it was like from Liverpool.
let's say a fullback, Brave. I know the name. I know his name.
Click it too early.
I know the name. I can't get it out of my head.
Keep going. Yeah.
No, I can't. I'm just gonna say a thing. John and Arisa.
I'm gonna read.
Keep going.
For Liverpool, I often gave defensive strength and attacking flair. My name's well known among cops. Lair. Who am I?
Among Klops?
Cops.
Cops.
This is a curveball answer.
KOP.
I already know the answer. Well, I think it's the answer because it's a curveball.
Can you read the question out one more time?
A fullback, Dutch, quick and brave. For Liverpool, I often gave defensive strength and attacking flair. My name's well known among cops. Lair. Who am I?
I don't remember. There's actually, I have 3 answers, but I don't think any of them are right because it's a curveball.
I'm thinking Dutch, German.
Dutch. Just think of Dutch.
Fullback, Dutch. Has to be Dutch.
Damn it.
Think. Just think. Just think.
I'm thinking.
No more thinking. Sorry, no more thinking. No more thinking.
All right.
No one knows.
I'm just gonna say Ryan Gravenberg.
No.
I have 2 answers.
Give us
Go
one.
with one.
I'm gonna say because I don't think it's a. I think it's a curveball answer. It could be Van Dijk.
Yep.
I told you it's a curveball answer. I told you because you know why? 'Cause she's a fullback, and fullback doesn't make no sense. And attack as well, which would make sense for headers. But because she said fullback, it curveballed the shit out of me. And my other answer was gonna be Wijnaldum.
Wijnaldum was yeah.
Okay, but I said Van Dijk because she said fullback, which makes no sense.
I think
We say
there's one
centre
point
backs,
in
they
it,
say
yeah.
fullbacks, Americans.
It's what?
No.
I think
You're sacked.
there's 1 point in it.
Is it? I think there is,
1
yeah.
now.
Okay, dokie. Second last one.
Ooh,
At
seconds.
Anfield, I ruled the wing. A Dutchman with pace, a real king.
Oh. I was gonna say Gakpo, but then it doesn't make.
Why look at me? Keep reading. Did I buzz?
A Dutchman with pace, a real king. Known for cutbacks and scoring flair, my 2005 goal brought many a tear.
I know the answer. Oh.
Sometimes you need to wait
I know.
for me to read the whole thing.
Because I'm behind. I need to catch up. I know the answer.
This is gonna be so bad.
I know the answer. I'm looking at you, Ali, just to put you off. Yeah, poker face.
Read it again.
And at Anfield, I ruled the wing. A Dutchman with pace, a real king. Known for cutbacks and scoring flair, my 2005 goal brought many a tear. Who am I?
Say the last part. Say the last part again.
My 2005 goal
Okay.
brought many a tear.
A tear or
Yeah.
a T?
Tear.
Tear.
Yeah,
Tear.
tear, not a tear.
Yeah, tear.
Tear.
same thing.
Ali, I don't think you're gonna get it. Just say pass and I get it. I get it. Simple as that. We'll tie the game. Just say pass. Just say it, bro. Don't be afraid. I'm in your ear, bro. I'm in your head. I'm in your head.
Dutch.
Dutch, come on. I already know it. If I could give you hints on this, it's so easy, but I'm not going to give it because I want to tie the game. And we can go to the last question.
I'm just gonna go Schneider.
Schneider never played.
I know.
Is it?
It's actually 7-5. So
Sorry?
you're winning.
How am I winning?
I just counted it.
Okay, whatever. But is it Dirk Cow?
No.
Then who the fuck is it?
Give us a hint.
No, why is that giving you a hint?
A Dutchman with pace.
Dirk Cow played on the wing.
Speedy
Liverpool.
Dutchman.
Who else is it not a Dutchman that played?
This is in 2005.
Is it Iron Robin?
Iron Robin played for
No.
Chelsea.
Damn it.
That's it.
It's gonna be a
Who's
curveball.
Luis
last name?
Gracia. Luis Gracia.
I thought it was gonna be a curveball.
It is a curve. Luis Garcia is Spanish.
No, he's not.
Search
I'll
him.
Google that.
Just search it up now. Is he
Oh, yeah.
Spanish? Luis Garcia. I know because I see him on ESPN. I don't think he's thing. He played for the Spanish teams.
What should be like? His mum was born in
Dutch, yeah.
the Netherlands.
In 2005, he scored.
Well, he
He's
was
in the Champions League.
He was
Luis
born.
Gracia is a Spanish former who played as a winger.
Did you hear that, Ali? Did you hear that?
No, wait. Speak up, please.
I didn't hear that either. Say that again.
But he was born in Dutchland.
See,
Doesn't
I
make
told
no
you.
sense.
I told you.
Yeah, some
he was
bullshit.
probably born.
Curveball.
Hey, he played for Central Coast Mariners. Shout out. Hey,
Yeah, I know. Okay,
Anyways,
Last
They won it
question.
last
everybody
year.
got that. Alrighty, last one.
double points. If that's the case, if it's 7-5, Ali can catch up on this one.
I'm a French goalkeeper with a calm demeanor.
Hugo Lloris.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
You be you too.
I'm out of here.
G'day, mate. Crikey.
Alrighty. Obviously now Val is in the mud. Ali is in the mud.
What do you mean? I'm second.
Yeah, second.
runners
Val's
up.
Val's
Listen,
third now.
Listen, we celebrate.
Technically it's tied second.
How's it tied second?
I think.
It's not. There's no technicality.
I
He's
don't
only
know.
won it
Right?
once.
Val
Actually,
lost.
Yeah, you're last.
Val lost.
So you
no,
you
listen.
second, you're third, Val's first.
Val
I
lost.
took down Val.
No, we
Okay.
did group
On my
stages.
run,
We did
yeah.
group stages.
I knocked him out. Okay,
Just
and
because
then
you won once
now I
doesn't
got
mean you
knocked out.
won.
I won.
Yeah.
I held the trophy.
we were in group stages, okay,
Yeah,
and
got knocked out.
then Val versus Ali in the semi-final, and then I was in the final because I came first.
You're the final
second.
boss. You're the final.
Yeah, I
final.
came second. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Our links will be down below, and we want to say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Our shorts are popping off.
Yeah, your support does really mean a lot, guys.
Comments, share
Yeah, and we'll see you guys
next week.
Next week.
Bye.
Peace out.